Yo, it's your boy, R7 to the splishy splashy splosh, and welcome back to another video. And we're going to be doing a Q&A today with Reverb Studios. Say hello.
Hello.
We got Koko Imperial.
Howdy.
Before we actually start the Q&A, Koko, what do you do on the team so they get to know you a lot better here?
Shit, what do I not do? I mean, besides editing and directing, for the most part, I've helped come up with many of the ideas behind this, like, stories, how things are going to play out. I help voice act, not oftenly, but occasionally, and most part, I body act and help design characters. I've
He's
been on
actually the
channel for a little
Titan you
bit
can see on screen right now. In Devoid, with the big boy minigun flying through the sky.
now. I'm pretty much every Titan on the channel, essentially.
Yeah, literally.
Pretty much every Titan is just a different variation.
It's you and Ty.
Yeah,
You
it's you and Ty.
Yeah.
Me and Ty, fuck. Shut up.
Reverb, what do you do on the channel?
I basically do the same stuff as Koko. I body act and all that. Voice acting I haven't done recently, but that's because we haven't done any voice acting roles. I do help come up with some ideas on the spot, like we did with some aspects of Devoid.
If you haven't heard Reverb's channel, please
What do
subscribe
you
to it.
do?
Alright, so I'm your boy, R7 Splish Splash. I edit, do the cinematography, and just kind of direct. And then also I have, occasional scripts, but even so I have the boys come in and help me out with that.
Yeah.
Um,
By the boys, he means me. He sends it to me, and I edit it, so it makes sense.
exactly. Okay, so let's start off with, when did you pick up Machinimas? Koko, we'll go first with this one.
All right. Well, he means why, by the way, not when. So, why did I pick up Machinimas? Well, for me, I've always liked the idea of being able to like retell your stories, or at least your own stories, in a video game format because it mixes two things I love: storytelling and video games, right? And being able to put it into a world like Destiny is just it's so crazy to me because Destiny is such a wide world where you can do so many different things, and there's so much different lore behind the game. Some of it funny, serious, dark, and being able to tell our own stories in the world or one separate to it, but somehow still in the universe. I love that idea. It honestly kind of derived from me, and this sounds a little cringy here. I'm sorry, but it derived from me watching or being into so many different Minecraft roleplays. You know, that Roblox shit, that fucking Club Penguin shit. You know. Ooh, yeah. That Club Penguin was a joke, by the way. And from me, kind of watching these videos, I just wanted to tell my own stories, and I figured the best way to do that was joining the team, helping body act, and creating up stories with the team, pretty much.
Diamond?
So, yeah, I guess that's to you, Diamond.
Alright, so why did I decide to? Probably comes from my passion for filmmaking and how my career went to be filmmaking. And my love of the world of Destiny because this game has potential for stories, even though Bungie won't. We tried. Well, I tried in D1, but it didn't go that well. However, when I saw a recruitment video magically on my YouTube and recommended, surprisingly, I decided to hit up Splatter and yeah, led to this. That's really it.
Imagine hitting recommended in 2020.
My recommendations, man, God love them.
I'll read out the next one, yeah.
No,
so
it's your turn to
Don't you have to answer? Don't you have to answer, Splash?
That's your answer.
oh yeah, shit. Okay.
We're a little chaotic. Come on, you got it.
Alright. I picked up Machinimas back in like I'm not even gonna show my old channel. Like it's literally like my actual name. And like, do you know when you have those channels when you're younger, it's just the cringiest shit where you thought, damn, these videos are really fucking cool.
Oh yeah, that's my channel right fucking
Yeah.
now. That's my channel right fucking now. That's why most of my videos are privated.
But what I did is I remember on Christmas Day back in like it's like end of Halo 3 going to Reach. I remember my mother bought me like this Dazzle capture card. It was basically like a capture card back in the day. It was like 480 fucking p or some shit. It was horrendous. But at the time I was like, holy shit. I remember me and my friends used to like I want to say film these short machinimas. I wouldn't even call them shorts. They were just literally us fucking around and walking around the map shooting each other. But that's where I got into that. That's That's something.
Something's never
Alright.
changed.
Alright,
Anyway,
excellent.
how have you changed since you've started Machinima's, Mr. Koko?
Ooh. For sure, definitely gotten way more mature, but I don't think it's because of the streamers, it's because of the people I've met through it. You know, like, talking with so many people who've been in the Machinima team, or just so many different of these YouTubers, a lot of them being bigger, smaller, whatever. Just being able to talk to so many different people has helped me mature a lot, surprisingly. And along with that's also changed my sense of humor, which doesn't sound too important, but my humor is just kind of derived from always kind of like making fun of myself, right? And when it comes to the team, I've been doing that a lot more so, and I don't really know how to explain it too much, but my humor, how I talk, act, all of this has changed because of people I've met, and it's all changed for the better. It's been a lot more positive. Along with that, I've met a lot of people who have impacted my life through Machinimas, which I wouldn't have expected to, but you probably know who you are. I'm not gonna name names. Splash, you know who they are. Diamond, you still fucking don't.
Mhm.
But ultimately, I think
I think
that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say on that.
Yes. How have I changed? It's probably the mindset really I've changed.
You're a little quiet there. You're a little quiet there.
Speak up a little bit.
Yeah,
My
speak a little
throat
bit and
hurts.
start over a bit.
My mindset's changed. So, thing is, okay, before I joined Machinima, it was just, what? It's all gonna fail. It's all gonna fail. But after seeing how splashed out with it all and that, it's probably made my brain actually think, okay, there's a way to adapt it. Don't delete it. Just focus on it and try to perfect it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really, it's built a more concentrated and more focused mindset of release it even if you don't like it.
Mm.
How has it changed for you?
For me, okay, for me, it's drastic. So, um, if we're going from when I first started making like Destiny Machinimas to now, I would say I kind of know that I'm not much as an asshole. Um,
Ooh, I'm not sure about that one.
bruh.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Since starting machines, I would say obviously like growing up, I get mature by that, but like being around, obviously like Coco said earlier, being around people who are very supportive on things you do, it kind of shapes you into who you are. And I would say I'm a lot more focused these days than I was back then.
Alright, your turn,
On to
Splash.
you next, Splash, to read.
Yeah.
What's your best advice to new people making Destiny Machinimas or Machinimas in general? Okay, Coco, do you want to go first for this one?
I mean, yeah, but when it comes to this, I can't speak too much on it. Only thing I really know and have done is like storytelling and body acting, which again is still a heavily important part to machinima filming. But I'd say mostly it's focused on directors. So what Splash is gonna say is gonna be a little more important here, but I'm gonna still throw in my 2 cents in here. I've said it multiple times before. Patience is one of the biggest things that's important to have in machinimas because they'll take a while to film just as the same thing is with actual filming. Just may not be as long, it's not gonna take a fucking year, maybe, but it is definitely gonna take a while. For a few hours, you need to sit and just wait for instructions. You might need to help plan out stories, help change characters, all this. And it doesn't just go for Destiny; it goes for anything you film, really. But I'd say a little more so Destiny because everything in Destiny it just requires a lot of patience to wait for, and this is especially true for filming. Body acting, not too much there. Listen to your directors; they probably know a little bit more so than you. If someone's telling you to if they're giving you advice, know that they probably are just trying to help you. At the end of the day,
Mm.
they may not be as qualified as you, but if someone's giving you advice when it comes to filming, do your best to at least try and be mindful of it and try and take in whatever they're saying. Of course, if it's just blind and they're not giving you anything that's actually gonna help you, then don't worry about it too much. It's on to you, Diamond.
Alright, so I'll focus on two aspects. I'll focus on the body acting. For first time, it's really, like Coco said, you have to listen to the person. However, what we can do is, if you have an idea, don't be afraid to say what you think could work. Because when it comes to how we film, we have Splash who generalize an idea, then we like add little twists and that, like we did with Devoid with Koko deciding.
Just expand on it.
Yeah, expand on the idea with Koko deciding to, use his Fist of Havoc and all that. On the map like a goddamn missile, but that's the whole point. And directing first time, I would say, okay, have a group of friends, okay, that are not toxic and that will actually give criticism and good criticism, not like, oh, this is going to be terrible and tear it pieces. And just film something very basic in that, because the way directing works is you start off at a small point and you build off that. It's like how I started. You base it off one little project and then you slowly evolve into your own style. Yeah. Splash, what's your advice?
My advice on new people making machinimas, just even if you think a project is bad, release it, because like you're never gonna get better. Like the way I look at it as is when you make machinimas, right? You film it, you do all this, and when it comes to when you come to edit the actual machinima or put them together, the first time you do something, it's not gonna be your best. But then as you keep putting more and more and more machinimas out, you can kind of see what sort of things you're doing wrong and correct them, and that's where you start to slowly just you start to see these mistakes that you couldn't see back then, but now. And what you would do is you basically you get your own sort of style. The more you make this, you have your own sort of style of videos, your own sort of unique pattern to it, and another thing I'll probably just say, just don't think of it as if you want to do something really bad, make sure you're enjoying it. This is one of those crucial things. Being around people, like Diamond said, negative people, is so bad for making machinimas, because if someone just kills the mood, that kills a lot of ideas that could have been amazing. And being around people who know how to focus and just kind of click into the mindset of, okay, we need to do this, let's focus up, let's brainstorm, and having people that you can bounce off of, like what Koko said about Devoid. I'll bring up an idea, and then ideas will bounce off all of us, and eventually we get Devoid Part 1. And that came out amazing, but that wasn't my work. That was all of our work. That was all of us on the set, kind of bouncing ideas off each other. And that's sort of my take. But
funny enough, I want to add to that. The Void came from just only me flying around with a missile in Mayhem. That's where it completely derived from, and they just spawned the whole story.
It was supposed to be an Iron Man sequel, though. That's the thing. It was supposed to be an Iron Man sequel, but it turned into something else.
Yeah, well, I like how it came down. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, my turn.
Yeah.
Really, this Q&A really goes to show how unscripted we are, and I fucking love it.
What
are your thoughts on your fan base?
The one with your next one, okay?
What's your thoughts on your fan base at large? Well, to me, I'm honest. I don't put too much thought into it when it comes to the fan base. To me, they're all just people at the end of the day. I don't see them as a number. I don't see them as anything else. They're just normal people. I've talked to most of them. A lot of the times, whenever I'll be minding myself, doing my own business in the tower, someone might come up to me and might talk to them a little bit, and that's pretty much it. Nothing much else comes to it. It's not a common occurrence. It just happens a little bit, not continuously. And I see these people as potential friends, just people to talk to, hang out with, and ultimately it's not that big a deal to me. Though I have thought about in the future, what would it be like if we got a lot bigger? What would the fan base be like then to me? And I can't exactly speak on that because we're not there yet. So I don't know what to expect from then. Only way though is waiting and seeing. Also, one last thing though, fuck all of you. My pee-pee is not small.
Diamond.
My thoughts. I think they're inspirational because there's certain people like Spectres that inspire us.
I love that fucking guy, man.
Yeah, because I've seen his videos, brilliant videos, but the fact that they've took inspiration from the channel to make the whole stuff is what we plan to do, and I believe we have successfully done that. We have inspired people, and the feedback we get, it's not negative. It actually, some could be classed as negative, but it's good criticism. And we take that and we try to develop that, which is very thankful for that as a community. Yeah, Splash.
I love my fan base. You know, it's really nice because I tend to upload videos really late at night. So I'm normally like I'm either doing something in the morning, I'm filming in the middle of the day and editing at night, and I normally release it at night or early in the morning the next day. And the best thing, like the best feeling is when I wake up, I like see the comments like Diamond just brought up they got Spectre's comment, but I literally just pinned on my last video. Absolutely fucking amazing guy, man. Those comments that he left, I fucking love those, man. Like having people who just kind of popping in, seeing our work and being, and comment on it. It's really nice. It is like I've met some of my subscribers and it's really fucking cool, because like it gives you an insight. People actually get inspired by the things we do, and that's actually insane. That's actually bonkers, to be honest. Right.
Yep.
Simon?
Next question. This is 3 years, Koko. Well, their channel.
Well, again, this is another thing I've kind of put some thought into. Not ultimately that much, but there's two different things I expect from here. There's one that I hope for, another one that I kind of expect. So my hope would be in 2 to 3 years, 100K. What I expect is somewhere around maybe close to that number. Maybe 70K, 60K. One thing I've heard a lot from the other people is that once you reach 1,000 or 100 subscribers, if you continue to post, everything would just come in a lot quicker than it did before when you were under that number, right?
I could agree on that.
But we aren't there yet, exactly. So we aren't exactly gaining too much speed. We are getting some, granted, and it's been great. I'm getting a lot more attention on the channel from it being shared a lot, and I hope that this continues to proceed in the future, and when we get to 2 years, 3 years in the future, I hope we can look back on this, see how far we came, and we'll be having a bigger fan base of this. So maybe even in the future we'll be able to partner up or talk to some people who are big YouTubers than ourselves. Just saying, I'd love to meet my name's Blythe. I'm just saying. Alright, your turn, Diamond.
In 2 to 3 years, well, I hope the team stays around. Like, the people we have now, they're brilliant. They're fantastic. Like, Koko, you're a brilliant body actor, and Splash is pretty fantastic. I just think they're
Aw, thank you.
The channel, I hope the content-wise that we are going to keep up this high quality, and in 2 to 3 years, I think we'll be probably hitting one of probably the most creative and weirdest time in 2 to 3 years, where we just produce some of the weirdest things possible. Because Devoid was weird, but we're trying to now expand on that. Yeah, just the content's. Hopefully it won't happen like before, but we're going to try to keep the quality at a really high standard, but slowly, not rapidly increase it, but slowly go up in chunks. Splash, your turn.
2 to 3 years. Oh god. Okay. 2 to 3 years. If you asked me this 5 years ago, I would say I have no idea. I would say I would be at 100 subs making trials highlights and little shorts with my friends occasionally. Not where we are now. I don't know what's like. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so in like 3 years from now, a lot could happen. I want to keep expanding on our creative vision when it comes to making these machinimas, and I want to meet like more people and kind of expand the team, but for the better. I don't want to just bring people in just for the sake of body actors. I want to bring a lot of talents together so we can fucking absolutely destroy it. You know what I mean? Destroy this shit. Yeah, that's mine. I don't know. It's a question was really hard to answer, to be fair. The next question we have is, do you think you'll be able to make a living off making machinimas? Coco, we'll start off with you this one.
No. For me, I'm gonna say no. So far, doing Machinima has just been completely out of passion. There's nothing else, much else in it. There's no fame in it. There's no, at least not for me personally, no fame. There's no money out of it. It's just completely out of passion, and I've been enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
There's a fun way for me to pass the time while making a story, and I don't expect anything in return. It's just, I just enjoy being able to talk to friends and make a story out of it. I don't expect fame. I don't expect money out of it. That's all I really want in it. And not only that, but with how much money the channel is making, it's not that much. But let's say if we did get bigger, we mentioned before in the last question, if we got bigger, maybe 100K subscribers, we probably could make enough money off of it to give out to the team, right?
Okay.
I still wouldn't really say I'd want it, because at that point I'd probably have a job, honestly. So I don't think too much into it, honestly. I just don't care about the money. You, Diamond?
Well, just a quick point to add to yours, Coco. Estimated yearly, okay, this is currently, we are earning between 8 to 120.
Wait, hold on. Can we say this?
This is estimated. This is estimated.
This is Social Blade, so it could be accurate, it could be not. Who knows? I'm not saying anything on my end here.
But my opinion, could you make a living? No, you can't make a living off of Machinima, but the skills you learn from it, you could make a living out of it. And because if you're directing, and I can confirm this, if you're directing, making Machinima does actually help with that, because it teaches you the skills of organisation and getting people in position and timing and that. Yeah, that's your turn.
Do I think you'll be able to make a living? It would be make a living, right? I would say, put my mind to it as it is now. Yes, in the future. But do I, like, everyone's gonna say, oh, what's it called? Oh, you won't make a living off it. Yeah, understand. But we gotta remember, it's something new as well. Like, there's only a few Machinima channels that's ever got out there and kind of made a living off it. And for me, like, even though the guys are like, I don't want to do nothing, I'll still support my boys here. I'll still support my boys, even when the channel blows up. Like, if we did this for a living, that would actually be a fucking dream come true. Like, it would be nuts.
Make this stuff live action, man.
At least then as well, like, we got a bigger budget for the videos. You know how sick that would be? Like, I'm sorry, but imagine making, like, a fucking, like, a full-on, like, war scene with, like, so many people. It would be a lot easier to do later.
We've done that before. We've done that before, man.
Yeah,
just
the picture.
The aspect of it live action.
Yeah, imagine this live action. Imagine if we did a Destiny live action. That would be crazy.
That's where the budget comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coco?
Okay, one last thing I want to touch on, though.
Yeah.
With that. Never mind, I already forgot it, so... yeah. Okay.
That's another thing channel. I do hope to go live action.
Please don't include that. I'll look stupid as fuck right now. Do not include that. Right. What is your favorite thing?
Actually, quickly to the channel in 2-3 years. I do hope that we have the option to go live action, because if we do, that would be very different and probably a different turn, but it would be interesting for the channel.
I mean, honestly, in the future. Okay, I remember it now. So in the future, honestly, I expect our channel to stay Machinima and PvP based, but I expect it to expand on more Destiny topics, like other bigger Destiny channels. I expect us to kind of do similar content, both our own twist on it. So like, everything will be Destiny inspired. Obviously, we'll have more videos talking on weapons, stats and shit, just basic all Destiny content. That's what I expect for the future. I forgot to include that. There you go. I'm gonna read the next question.
Yep.
So, what is your favorite thing about Destiny? This is a really simple one for me. The story. Destiny itself playing through the game, you don't experience much of the story. When I say story, I mean more of the lore behind the game, the lore cards, the grimoire, all of that. I'm infatuated by it. I love it so much. Like I've read on it so much, listened to so many different stories from My Name's Blythe. All of this, I'm just fully in love with it. I'm a complete geek for all this shit, and I am proud to say that.
Fair enough.
By far, it's the lore of this game that really catches my attention. On to you, Dallas.
What is my favourite thing about Destiny? Well, apart from it being next season in exactly, let me get up. Next season in 1 day and 22 hours, it would have to be probably right now PvP and the hand cannon situation it is in right now, because I've always loved hand cannons. It's how they're different per se compared to like an auto rifle and that, because you can't literally just hold the trigger unless you're using the last word. But yeah, and aspect of next season probably will be what that new goddamn machine gun or auto rifle thing looks like, because that thing looks nice. But yeah, Splash.
My favorite thing about Destiny, my favorite thing is probably the fact that it reminds me of Halo back in the day, in the aspect of like, you're this one dude, you're gonna blow shit up, you're gonna blow this shit up, you got some space magic, and the fact that Destiny is like so diverse on your playstyles, on like, let's say you wanna go in a Crucible, use some like really quirky builds, let's for example, using a fucking fighting lion, Skyburn that's oath, becoming a complete meme, or then you want to chill back and want to do some patrol, do some lost sectors, or maybe you think, oh, I like PvP, I can do some raids. Like, I do raids occasionally, believe it or not. I recently just done the last Wish raid, I know, big boo.
The more than me.
Yeah, and like, the fact that, like, there's so much to do in this game that's kind of insane. And, like, it literally just, like, it feels like Halo, but a lot more and a bigger community, and it's absolutely fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, what kind of machinima do you think you'll be making, Koko?
Honestly, I expect us to make a wide variety of machinimas, but for the most part, I think we'll probably be sticking to more action-based ones because that gets the most attention. Though, for a while, and I mean for a while, I've been mentioning to Splash wanting to do more comedic ones, just to test the waters a bit, just to see where it could go, and all of that. Not only that, but I feel as if comedic machinimas, like, for example, what's it called? Destiny Cops, right? Those tend to get a lot of attention, so I think us trying to do something, not something similar to them, but just making our own comedic ones, would be interesting.
What kind of machinimas? I think we don't have a set thing we make, it's all random. But I think that's the joy of what we do. We don't know what we're going to make. That's an aspect we have to think. What will we make? We don't know. Do we just go with the flow? 99% of the time, yes. Yeah, that's my view. Splash?
For me, I like making anything. Whatever comes to my head, whatever comes to the head of like let's say Koko says a really sick idea, we're like, fuck yeah, let's do that shit. Let's say Reverb thinks it's a cool idea, fuck yeah, let's do that shit. It's literally anything we can kind of think of, and like, this is gonna be a complete shocker to Koko and that. I actually wanna soon actually make an actual big story type machinima, not just 4 or 5 minutes. I mean like a proper big lengthy machinima. Like, I know, big. I want to make one of those in the future, and I really, really, really want to like perfect that. Cause like making stories is we used to make some of them back. Like, look at Rise of the God. I did part 1. We're not gonna speak all that. Part 2A and part 2B. Like, it's 3 parts. It's a little story, and like I fucking loved it. Then I started making shorts because obviously I wanted to, as I was growing, I was kind of just like, all these ideas come into my head from things I would watch, things I would see, things I would hear, and they would kind of come all together. And then
It's
I know.
alright.
I want to come back. I would honestly want to come back to making some stories, not like all together. If people like stories on the channel, I'll do it. But I'm not gonna bank on one thing. I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. I like the missions we're making lately. They might be completely different for the viewers, but I really enjoy it. Like I actually, when I'm watching it, like I want to put an image in everyone's head. I'm literally sitting there editing and getting all pumped up, like this is fucking badass. Can't wait to release this shit.
Yeah.
Next one. What do you think of negativity in a team? I'm gonna put this in a machinima team, like a group of people who like to film in a game or filming session real life. What's your thoughts on it, Koko?
What do you- that's a little hard for me to think of, honestly. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what to put for here. Pretty much every other question I can give you a good general response, but when it comes to this,
Hold up,
I
Koko.
don't know what I have to
Say it
on
again, because Diamond's mic just kind of like overpowered you.
Hold on, yeah, I just got back. Hold on.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, while that, I want to say one last thing right now. Just in this moment right here, I have just completed a step for the Rat King's quest.
Nice. Alright, back on
I
top.
want you to know it's been 3 years and I've just completed it just this moment.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to cut this.
Anyways, so let me read over this.
What do you think of negativity in a machinima team or any sort of filming environment? What's your approach to it?
I fucking despise it, honestly. Like, I've run into a lot of people before who've had negativity, and I don't know what it is, but when I run into people who tend to be really negative, and I don't just mean like pessimistic. Pessimism is one thing, but I mean like so negative that they're trying to bring down other people. My first response is just go off on them a little bit. Slash, you've seen me do that before.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter the environment. It's just it's one thing that's always been frustrating to me. When you're just being so heavily negative. And don't get me wrong, I've been there before. I've been negative too myself, right?
Very
But
rarely.
pessimism is one thing, and it's another to bring down other people in an environment like this. Like when it comes to machinima filming, if we're trying to bring someone down and just make them feel shitty when machinimas, to an extent, you're already kind of pouring your heart into, it's gonna hurt you a lot. All right, and that's why I can't fucking put up with shit like that. It pisses me off, really. But if you think you're being negative or you know someone's being negative, don't immediately act in response like how I would. Probably the best thing to do is probably have a communication with them, Tell them, hey, you're being really, really negative. You're impacting the team poorly, whatever the fuck, right? If they're
Just
being
call them a
pessimistic,
dick.
tell them. Yeah, say they have a small dick or some shit, dog. Do something like that. And just be honest with them, And if they don't change, by all means, you can kick them off. And if there's someone, like, let's say they're the leader of the team, then you don't even exist in your life. Sure, maybe they might be bigger than you. Maybe you think this is a good friend of yours, but if they are constantly being negative to you and that's fucking impacting you mentally, then it's best to just cut them off,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you care about yourself more than anyone else. At least you should. It sounds selfish, but it's true. You can't care about anyone else unless you care about yourself first. Yeah. On to you, Diamond.
My opinion, it destroys teams. Okay, negativity.
Can you bring the mic closer to your mouth?
Yeah, a bit closer,
If you want, to act like that,
Diamond, get closer to your mic.
Bring the mic closer to your mouth and start over for you. Give him a minute.
Okay, carry on. Answer the question.
Anyway, negativity, it's unneeded and it's a way that ruins. I've seen it happen 2 teams now, I believe 2. Well, I don't remember, but yeah, 2 teams. It's a way that ruins how people act and how they see themselves in a sense, because negativity can lead to problems in the long run with people's mental health and all that, and it's not needed in a sense. Yeah. Splash.
I'm gonna go with Koko's side of this one. If someone's negative, right? Like they might not notice it, but having like communication with them and kind of figuring out what they're thinking and kind of like some people don't realize if they're being really negative or
Oh,
this and that. Like they won't know. So like actually getting communication with them. Like I'm not saying put your full faith in them. If they're just if they're negative and they can't change, I'm sorry, but you need to cut those people off because it's gonna bring you down in just every aspect. Like let's say you make a machinimas and you have somebody really negative, it's gonna drag your work down because you're not gonna have the like. It's gonna take your motivation because you're continuously gonna just be brought down by these people. But that's my take on it. I agree with Kogo's point though.
alright. Coco, your turn for. Oh no, it's Splash. No, it's
No, it's me.
Coco.
It's me. Yep. What do you think is good criticism towards new machinima makers? Um, hmm. It would depend. It really would depend on like what it is that they're making. Hold on, can we pause real quick? I gotta blow my nose. Shit.
Yeah.
Don't
Keep
not
saying.
clear this.
Okay. Go ahead, do it again. Do it again.
Okay, let me restart that over real quick. Now that my nose is free and I can breathe. What do you think is good criticism towards new machinima makers? Honestly, it would really depend on what it is you're trying to make and what the channel is. You know,
Mhm.
like it's a really hard question to answer because I would need to know what channel it is that we're talking about here and what's like going on behind the channel and all of that, right?
Mhm.
For me, the main things you should be focusing on if you're going to criticize someone is storytelling, camera angles, which is really, really important. Trust me on that.
Mhm.
Voice acting and editing.
Mhm.
Editing, I get it's a little bit of a hard thing for everyone else, right? Everything else, maybe that might come a little more easy because it's in a video game. But editing is very, very crucial. And thankfully, we have someone who edits Splash. Thank you for that. Granted, we use Share Factory and we're really kind of limited to what we can do, but he's
We're,
found a
we're,
way to do a lot of shit Share Factory won't even let you
we're
do.
breaking Share Factory quite literally.
Basically,
I've
yeah.
done
So
before.
our editing is perfect. It's great right now until we can get something that's actually of high quality. But for now,
PS5
we're set.
maybe.
But if you're gonna criticize someone, look at their editing, listen to their voice acting, maybe focusing on body acting a little bit. Camera angles too is gonna be very, very crucial.
Mhm.
I don't know if I mentioned anything else. I think that was it. Just focus on those more than anything.
Simon.
Yeah, like Coco said, camera angle and that, and I think that I would say is probably pacing, but that will be for later things because pacing is really key.
Mhm.
Because you have to either have a consistent tone or has to flow. If it don't flow, it will probably make your content not appealing and draw them out instead of drawing them in.
Mhm.
But like Splash said, editing, well, like Coco said, editing is really you just need some clips, trim them, and mix them all together, and that's basically it. Just
Mhm.
add maybe a few songs in the background, but yeah, that's really it. And camera angles, and making sure they're all up to a quality which you think, okay, not what you think will be acceptable. Yeah, Splash.
Um, for me, criticism, right, for a new machinima creator is um one thing everyone needs. Like, if you start a new machine, one thing people need to know, right, that I wish I knew at the start, is that if you're learning to do something, right, there's a lot of videos out. Like, there's a lot of videos around, right? There's a lot of videos. Like, I made a machinima tutorial back in D1, but it's probably still relevant today. I'm gonna go later on. I'm gonna go later into like more into that later. But if you're gonna make something like, I'm gonna put this in a directing standpoint. If someone's giving you critique over something, but they've never done it themselves, but like if they haven't like basically if someone's trying to like what do you call it, give you a criticism, right, and they've never done it themselves, take it for a grain of salt because sometimes you gotta remember if you take in what everything says, like if you just go, okay, I'm gonna do this, do that, do it, what everyone says, Sometimes they can mash together and kind of make a mess. But you gotta remember, some
Yeah.
people have a keen eye. Like, there's a lot of small creators who are just starting, and like, if you look at some of their work, you wouldn't be able to tell that they started off. Good criticism would be um always just when you're making your projects, like I said earlier, when you release them, analyze them, look at the video. I want you to like go and watch another Machinima channel. I'm not saying compare yourself. Watch another Machinima channel, watch your work, and kind of compare them and think, how could I do this better? How can I better myself but keep doing this? Because the more you do that, the better you'll get at your craft. So that's all for me there.
Right.
Okay.
Next question. Would you create a tutorial for Machinima and Destiny?
Well, as Flash Ray said, we kind of already have in the past. But if we were to make a new one, which I think we probably should for Destiny 2, then yeah, I'd be more than willing to help out. And I think this question is more focused for you, Splash. Since me and Dominic can't really say too much on this, so
So we
Diamond, if
to
you want
this
to say
one?
anything, go ahead.
Yeah,
I mean, Diamond, if
you
you've
got anything?
got something to say, go ahead.
Would I? Well, I would, okay, but I know for a fact it would not be up to the same quality as Splash because he's had a good 4 more years of experience than I have with this. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I would, but I would probably say what Splash is because it'd probably be better if he does do one. Splash.
If the demand for a updated how to make a machinima tutorial is there, if I go in the comments and I see, yo, can you make a machinima tutorial? I'll make one. I'll go in depth to the little nitty gritty details. I'll make it an hour long if I need to. I'll go over the most crucial things. But if the demand is there for it, fuck yeah, of course I'll make one. It's just that it's a very mentally taxing thing to do because I really got to analyze some of my filming sessions and things that I do to kind of pick things out that work and kind of put them into the video. Yeah, like I said, if the demand's high enough, sure, I'll make another one. Hell yeah.
All right.
Koko.
Right, your time. Splash. It's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking dense.
What can we expect from your channel? Okay. What can you expect from our channel? Koko, I'll let you go first here, and then we'll go from there.
Oh fuck! What can you not expect? I mean, like we do a lot of different content. Like I said, right now for the most part, it's just been action-based machinimas. But I would say, a few different things from what I'd want and a few different things from what I expect. What I'd want is our channel to be overall Destiny. So we can talk about many different topics, but all being Destiny related. And then, what I kind of expect it to be is, for the most part, it's probably gonna stay being mostly machinima and PvP based, because that's what Splash mostly focuses on. That's what we mostly upload. So it's more than likely gonna stay as that. But I would want for it to be completely just overall Destiny, focusing on everything having to do with Destiny.
I like that answer.
What do you got to say? Diamond.
What do I have to say? I would say you would expect this high quality content that we are currently doing, but you would expect the pieces to get bigger and more elaborate per se, because I know we're currently working on one now. Splash hasn't told me or Coco. I think he's told you Coco details about it, but yeah, I have no details about it. Yeah, so expect the same content we are currently doing, but expect it to be cranked up even further. Splash, what do you have to say?
From the channel, just expect, honestly, machinimas that actually have a heart to making them. Quite literally. Just machinimas and Destiny content, but actually, not just heartless content, not just something that we kind of throw out there. The things we do, we put our heart and passion into it. And you can see it in the things we make.
Oh, yeah. Last two questions.
Alright. Did you expect to be in this position you are today? Um, no, but yes. So, did I expect the channel to be here? Yes. Did I expect myself to be here with the channel? No. When I first started out, I really thought, because like, okay, it sounds a little bad here, but like, I was much, much younger when I first started out in the channel, and if you would have told me, hey, you're gonna be working this channel, you can start out with them when they have like 300 or 200 subscribers, you can help them get up to like 900, and then they're reach like 1,000 eventually, right? I probably wouldn't believe you, would not have believed you, and just been like, yeah, no, you full of shit, my guy, right? And also because when I first started out the channel, I was like, fuck, dude, I was like almost kicked off once or twice, dog, shit.
Yeah.
So like, I really wouldn't expect to be on this channel,
For the viewers,
but
Coco,
I
how old were
am.
you when you started? Just for the
Fucking
viewers.
11, dog. Fucking 11. I'm 15 now. Shit. 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years I've been with this channel. At least four. 4 to 3. Something like that, man.
Diamond?
But,
Yeah, did I expect to be?
oh wait, hold on, mate. I wasn't fully done.
Go on to Coco.
No, he's excited. He's excited. He wants to skip past, but he already
Alright, so
got
that's
shit done.
that's a diamond. So I decided to
I
speak.
didn't realize, my bad. Coco, you go.
Yeah, okay. Like, honestly, I'd expect my channel to be this far, but I myself wouldn't not expect myself to stay in the channel for so long, and I think I'm gonna stay in the channel. Alright, I honestly, now I expect myself to stay in the channel for a good while, maybe forever, possibly. I'm not too sure, but I'm definitely willing to stay in the channel for a while. I'm heavily into what we've been doing, and I can see myself staying here in the future. Alright, now you
Hell
can
yeah.
go, Diamonds. You're so impatient. Motherfucker.
Did you, honest to God, 2 years ago, I did not expect the channel to be in a position because Splash decided to go for a break for a year and it all just went downhill. No one knew what was going on and it all faded away. So I honestly did not expect to be here today. But as you can see, it's changed and we're still here. We have lost people, but we're still here and we're going strong.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that answer. Did I expect to be in the position today? To be honest with you, fuck yeah I did. Fucking, we work hard. We work fucking hard on this shit.
Yeah.
I would honestly be surprised if we didn't. I would honestly be surprised if we didn't. Like, that is, like, you have to remember that, like, me, Coco, Dan, we used to spend, like, so many hours back in the day, even going into, like, fucking 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning filming Machinimas. Like, we were fucking on our grind since day one. Coco, do you want to, oh, Diamond, do you want to do the next one?
Yeah. What? Oh, this will be fun for Coco to answer. What's your Machinima team environment like and how did you meet?
Oh, fuck yes, dude. Okay, so the environment is pretty chaotic, but I'm the reason it's chaotic is the thing. Like, it's weird. It's weird. I call myself mature, and I do definitely think I am, right? But at the same time, I'm kind of. It's weird. Everyone in our team has a certain role they play, you know?
Yeah.
I am kind of neutral chaotic, that makes sense.
Neutral
I'm
chaotic.
calm. I can be immature, but at the same time, I'm fucking chaos. But it's the good kind of chaos. Like, it's funny. It's the funny kind of chaos. And hey, you know, you can't hate him. He's just acting like he's stupid, but he's not. It's kind of funny, you know? And that's the kind of role it's like for me. Most of the time, it's us cracking jokes at each other, or whatever the fuck's going on. We'll have long conversations about pretty much anything, whether it be Destiny related or not. And when it's not that, we're just discussing past things that have happened involving the channel or other people, all this shit, right? Like, we'll have almost conversations about anything. Most of the time, it happens while we're filming, and that's why filming is so fun. Because we always are doing something, we're always talking. What about you, Diamond?
Yeah. How did I meet? Like I said earlier, I'll focus on the meeting team environment because you basically summed up in a nutshell. But like I said, I met Splash from a video 4 years ago, I believe, known as We Are Recruiting. I don't know if you talk about 4 times, but it was recruiting, and the first thing was the environment. It was really different to compare to today because I can confirm when we were filming playing VR in Destiny, it was very calm and quiet, just get onto it. But now we focus on our ideas and we sort of elaborate on them whilst we're inside, and Koko started his own revolution. If you would like to comment, hashtag Koko Small PP, go ahead.
Yeah, my boy.
Please do not. Please do not.
Anyway, so yeah, Splash, your turn.
What's our Machinima environment like? Okay, our Machinima environment, right? I think of it as, like, we're a bunch of fucking good friends that, like, we could literally, one moment be playing Crucible, one moment be doing, like, I don't know, a Lost Sector or going to EDZ or some shit to do anything. Then be like, yo, do you want to film? We got this chemistry that's like, we all have the passion to make machinimas in all different roles. Like, Koko loves body acting, Diamond loves body acting and directing. I love directing, editing, and even sometimes body acting. I've been in some people's machinimas before. And, the environment is honestly really cool. Like, I'm gonna comment on what Koko said anyway. He's neutral chaos, or chaos neutral. Something
Yeah.
game tag that is. Nah, Koko brings a lot. Like, much as he wants to say, he brings a lot. He's a good fucking guy, man. Same with Diamond. Such a good fucking guys. Yeah. How did we meet? Do you want to go first, Koko? Because
It's on you, Splash. It's on
me.
you.
On
You
me?
never said.
Yeah.
You never said. Like,
Oh.
you just talked about the environment.
Oh
you
shit!
never
Oh
actually
yeah!
said.
Oh, I completely forgot that. How did we
Yeah.
meet? Shit. I met the guys literally from just making machinimas, basically. Just literally uploading machinimas, and then throughout time, I remember, I gotta comment on this. I remember when I first met Koko. Koko, you're gonna hate me for this.
Oh
My
no.
guy
No.
Was acting like he was in an interview, and I was like, "Yo, my guy, it's a Machinima channel. Don't worry." But nah, but that's one of my best.
I was
memories.
11, bro.
Yeah.
You make fun of an 11-year-old right now. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Come on.
It's cool, but yeah, we met honestly just like through making machinimas, and then they'll comment on my videos and be like, "Yo, that's Machinima, can I help?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'd be." And then yeah, now we're here making machinimas, blowing shit up, and being friends. Yeah, I know. Pretty generic to be fair.
Damn, crazy. Being
Damn.
friends. Wow.
Big crazy.
I wouldn't
big
expect
crazy.
it. Wow.
That's where we're gonna end off the Q&A today. I hope everyone enjoyed. Do you guys have any things you want to add on before I end it off?
My PP's not small.
I'm gonna say, Koko, you're lying with that statement.
Fuck off. If you know I'm lying, then that's kind of illegal. So fuck you. Haha.
You have said multiple times in parties.
What do you mean? I've never said anything. What do you mean? I've never said anything. At most, what I have said is that I'm gonna cut my dick off because they're fucking gay. That doesn't mean it's a small dick. It just means it's gay. Because having a dick is gay. I'm just stating a fact, dog. There's not much else to it. Like, fuck, man. I thought you'd
Anyways.
get this, bro.
On that note, we'll see you all in the next
That's what the
video,
environment's
I
like.
guess.
This is what the environment's
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
This is what it's like. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a sub. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
Bye.